How we doing, folks? The old cougar here. And today I thought we'd have a look at one of the special tanks that are kicking about in battle, and you see not too often, but reasonably enough. It is, of course, the DW2, the Durchbruchwagen 2. It's a Tier 4 German heavy collector's piece. And this one, which I've owned for a while, played 360 battles, and I've got a win rate of 62% in it. It's quite a decent tank. Now, if you look at the turret a little bit closer, you'll see it's the same as the German VK3001H. It's the O Series Mark IV, and if you look at the gun, it's the KWK40 L43A, and that's a Mark IV, and it's a caliber of 75mm. Now, there's two varied playstyles in this, and one thing you don't want to see is that looking straight at you. Get out of dodge time. But anyway, let's have a look and see what the specs say in it. But this is the beastie, the DW2, sometimes known as a SEAL clubber's go-to weapon. And there's reasons for that. Let's have a look at the specs on it. Well, here we go. Starts off with a hit points of 600. That can go up to 640 if you use the enhanced armour. Turret, 75 at the front, 50 at the sides and 50 in the rear. Your hull is 65 at the front, 50 sides and rear. The chance of fire when your engine's hit is 20%. So you got to keep your engine well hidden. It's going at the high rates. View range, 233. Can be slightly better if you use optics, but not that much better. Concealment value is 42% stationary, 33% extra while moving, and only 10% when you fire the gun. Your damage per minute, 812. Reload time, 11.82 seconds. That's using calibrated. If you use rammer, it'll go down to 11 seconds. Your AP, your average penetration, if you use AP rounds, it's 108 calibrated. If you use rammer, it's 103. Your APCR is 146. If you use a rammer, it's slightly less. It's only, I've lost that. But anyway, your HE is 42. Obviously slightly more if you use slightly less rather, if you use the calibrated. Your average damage, the AP is 160, the APCR is 135, and your heat is 200. And you can pen 42 in the sides. Tier 3s and Tier 4s, you can get good pens on the sides and the rear of most of them, but you won't always get 200 as a hit point. Your aim time, 4.2 seconds. It can be less if you use the different equipment, but I prefer to have the refined gun and the supercharged fitted. For that reason, supercharged, you get a velocity of 9.62, but if you use the enhanced gun lane drive, it drops down to 740. So if you're firing at a distance, it takes a little bit longer to reach the target. Your dispersion, 0.358, nothing special, so if you're firing at distance, give that little bit extra angle up the way so your shell can drop, especially at 200-300 meters. Yeah, you can be sighting targets at that distance if there's someone up front spotting them for you, so remember that. Your elevation, quite decent, 20 degrees. Your depression is 8 degrees, which is not to be sniffed at. Top speed, 35, 12 in reverse, so it's quite slow. So if you're going to back out of something, remember you're going to do it slow, so keep wiggling and jiggling left to right as you're moving back to get that extra bounce value. Your average speed is going to be 25. Power to weight ratio. Horsepower to tons, 10.4. Your weight is 30.74 tons, so it's quite a heavy beast for in a tier 4. Remember, if you get something that's coming up against you, maybe 30 or 40 health points, don't run away, run into it, you get more damage. Your hull traverse speed is 44.4, it's no bad. Your turret traverse speed, that is, and your hull traverse speed is 36.2. Your terrain cross country, as you can see, is 106 road, 96 ground and 70 in the water. And your engine HP is 321 horsepower. Let's look at the equipment I've set up. Calibrated shells. You get 30% to shell velocity, as I said, but you also gain the minus 50% to penetration decrease in your distance. So if you're firing at targets at a good bit away, you won't lose, you'll 50% penetration decrease with distance. Use a defense system. Minus 10% of the chance of engine fire. Your engine fire damage on this, the chance, as you've seen earlier on, is 20%. So use your defense system. Also helps lessen the chance of your crew damage and also lessens the chance of an ammo rack explosion. Concealment. Use a camo net. Puts it up 6 to 42. It's a heavy, but if you're firing at distance, you need camo nets. If you're playing up front and you want to get too close, put it back onto your optics. But you can't tell. If you're going to play, if you're in a battle low tier, you want to be up front, because you can use your armor and your alpha. 160 alpha on tier 3 and tier 4, you can quite easily get away with some good hits. Remember, if you're using calibrated, it's 11.8 seconds per change or round. So use cover, fire, back in, reload, pop out, fire, back in. Don't go YOLO in it, you will die very, very quickly. Supercharged. As I said, 30% to your shell velocity. You need that. Enhanced armor. You get 4% to your hull and armor. If you go improved assembly, it's only 40% health points extra, which is nothing. Nothing. Use your engine accelerator. Puts the speed up 25, but it also increases your hull traverse speed 2.37. Enhanced gun. Your refined gun brings your dispersion down to 0.358. You can use the aim time, brings it into 3.9, but it's only 0.3 of a second of a fast aim time, so leave it at 4.2. Obviously your tracks are open, so have your tracks and enhanced system. Not too bothered about your extra boosts on your repair kits and all this in there. But it's tier 4, you only get one provision. I choose chocolate because it gives you an extra view range, gives you better damage per minute, quicker reload time, down to 11.82 as I said, but if you use the other, you lose that, you're up to nearly 12 seconds. Aim time, it's only down 0.1, but it's 4.2. If you use the standard fuel, you gain some on your speed in your turret and hull traverse, but you're far, far better using the chocolate. Consumables. Multi-repair kit, and your adrenaline. Brings your reload speed 20% up quicker. The gun, as I said before, KWK-40 L43A, it's the 0 Series Mark 4, and your turret is the VK3001H 0 Series Mark 4. Your engine is the Maybach HL116. And your tracks are just the standard suspension of DW2. That's the beastie. And great looking tank, camera-less, bare. But if we go back and have a look at it, back to the garage, it's daunting. The Verdun Forest camo. One used to win it by completing missions, the earlier missions. It was a camo a lot of people wanted to get. It was designed by the Blitz Camel Contest winner a couple of years back, and it's quite a decent camouflage for a tank, and it adds 3% to your concealment level. Go out without camo on, you're going to get spied from miles away. So remember your camo, lads. Remember your camo. Let's go on and see what battles we can do, can we? How are we doing? Here we are. We're in the DW2, as we've just looked at, and in this battle it's a tier 4, tier 3 battle. So as I said in the outset, there are two play styles. If you're in a tier 4, tier 3 battle, you're better off going up front, not too up front, but cautiously, but don't sit at the back all the time. You've got a far better chance of causing damage. If you fire and hit the tank, that is. That's a great start, my man. Not. But if you play this in a tier 4, tier 3 battle, go up front. The chances are that the vehicles you're up against will have a little bit more difficult penning you, but if you're firing at 160 at average alpha, you can cause some serious damage. Now, we've got the wee Stuart sitting there, tucked up in the corner. Already got one hit into him, and it hit the brick wall, or the rock rather. But there's another one into him, 154, track damage, engine damage. Here's our Hetzer, no camouflage, straight up into the plane, open, no cover, none whatsoever. He's not going to last long, I guarantee it, and there you go, he's dead. Now the M5A1 Stuart, tier 4, decent little tank, but he's only got 94 health points left, or 90 health points left rather. But there's someone sneaked up behind us. Now usually you find someone goes up onto the TD hill behind us, but that didn't happen there. So this one's managed to sneak round the back, and the old Cougar here wasn't paying attention as he usually does to the minimap, because that red dot wasn't showing up. He was blind, tunnel visioned, watching that M5A1 Stuart. But there's a Lago, 172, that was a decent high roll. Let's spin round. The Lago behind me here, I'm not too happy with him coming up the back with us, because he's got rid of the lad that was at the back. And again, when you're in tier 3 and tier 4, most of the time you will find the players don't have camouflage on their tanks because they haven't reached the tier 5 level, or they don't have the credits to put on the tank. But anyway, we digress. Let's go down and see if we can finish off this Lago. Just track damage. It's now 6 on 3, which is not a happy situation to be in, but this is the DW2, and it is not a beast to be arguing with if you use it rightly. Okay, I've lost a good bit of health points. There's another one into the Stuart, tier 3, and he's a one shot. I can finish him off if he sits still. I mean, the gun traverse on this is not too great. Yeah, a lot of players would have got that shot off because they use auto lock. I detest auto lock. There isn't a tank out there in World War II that had a defence system that allowed the turret to lock onto the target and follow it and fire. The gunner had to turn the turret. So the old Cougar does the same. He turns his turret. I don't use auto lock. I find it just unrealistic. There's the last one. The Chinese beastie, which has not got any armour on it at all. It is very, very weak armour. Front, left hand sides. But it's got a decent gun in it, and it's got a good reload, but he's gonna die. And that's it, finished. We got 4 kills, we held the hill, and we got the mastery. A top gun, high caliber, and a steel wall with 1620 damage. We got the time check, 8:18. 14 shots fired,
13 hit, 13 penetration, 7 enemies hit and 4 killed. 183, Nalago. I'm not going to run through there because they're dead anyway. But there's the XP, there's the mastery, top gun, high caliber, steel wall. That will do nicely. 818. Here's battle number 2. Now this is a different battle. This, as you can see, we've been lower tiered against tier 5s. Churchills, Crusaders. So, not too impressed with this, but if you look, we've only got 1 TD, and he's not going where he should be going, and that's where I'm going. Remember, this is tier 5. A lot of these tanks have got the same hit and better penetration values as what you have, even though it's a DW2. But if used correctly and used wisely, you can turn it into a tier 4 TD in a heavy armour. Here's the Churchill. I'll drop one into the back end of him if he turns around nicely. Remember that loading time is 11.8 seconds, as you can see. That's what we got him. Remember the dispersion I was talking about? If he's good distance away, which is 305 meters at that stage, you've got to lift that gun that little bit more. Let's see what we can do. Where's this Churchill going? Is there a lad up front in the STRB gonna scout him out? There he is. Remember, elevation up a bit, finish him off. Side shot, easy with a one shot. Remember, it's 160 alpha, he had 124, so even at a low roll I would have taken him out anyway. There's nothing else shown over here. There's the DWT in the enemy side, sitting nice. That'll do. Camo still reset. Don't move your hull. Turn your turret, don't move your hull. If you move your hull, your camo nets will reset and you'll lose your concealment value. Just keep turning your turret. Keep your hull stationary. You can turn your turret and you won't lose concealment, or you won't lose the use of your camo nets. And if you're far enough away, then you won't get spotted. 468 meters away. So depression's gonna be quite a bit. But if he follows them through, keep turning your turret. Try and keep your hull stationary. Follow through, you get a good hot. It's only 141, slightly low. Turn your turret now because there's nothing else showing on the back end, but he's sitting up there. He's 225 meters away. Finish him off. Here's this Crusader coming through, he's a one shot as well. Keep your angles on. You've been spotted, so there's no point in sitting still. Move. It's 1 on 3. And the DW2 has went up on the left hand side of me somewhere, but I can't see him, but there's the map showing that he is there. Crusaders are one shot. DW2's a one shot, if I can remember correctly. Yes, he is, and he's sitting AFK, no looking at me. I can finish him off. That's a dangerous weapon out of hand. Right, we've got this Star M42 left, 400 odd alpha left. Drop one into the front of him. Angles and bounce, angles and bounce. As I said, it's quite a decent armour if you can play it correctly. Now we're down to 2. The Crusaders are one shot, and the Star M42 is 2, maybe 3 shots, depending if you can get decent rolls. And I'm on full health, so I've got a chance, DPM wise, I've got a good chance of completing this. Keep the angles right, try and get it bounced. Okay, it's got track damage, but as I said, a fitted repair, a track repair, enhanced tracks, so they still keep moving, they still keep running even with damage. Can't get onto that Crusader easy enough, but I can get into the Star M42. He's a one shot. Crusaders are one shot. I've got enough health points left that if they don't both hit me at the same time, follow through, finish off the Crusader. He's a one shot. I'm heavier than him. Ram damage. Remember the ram damage? There you go. 5 kills. That should be another mastery. And there it is. Mastery, Top Gun, High Caliber, Steel Wall, Kolomanov and a Kamikaze for the end. And the time check, 9 o'clock. 2 masteries in the DW2 within 40 minutes. 13 shots, 12 hits, 12 penetrations. There you are. That's the efficiency. Credits 20,847. And XP was 1162. And there's the mastery badges. And for doing that, I completed something else. Another little personal challenge I had running. There you go. Hall of Fame and the Durchbrugwagen to the DW2, all 10 hotspots. Not something you see every day. It won't stay like that, but I managed it, even for that one time. There you go, that's the DW2.